Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing? Welcome to Last Week in Germany, where I, some random ass guy, react to the top posts from the German subreddits, German news. You know, make sure I'm on the pulse of what's going on in Germany. I don't want to be left behind. Let's do it. Okay, this top post intrigues me. German healthcare feels like a hidden luxury. I didn't realize how broken my relationship with healthcare was until I lived in Germany. Back home, the US. That explains a lot. Seeing a doctor usually meant budgeting both time and money and a decent amount of stress. Imagine budgeting. Hey, I broke my leg. Better start budgeting. You think twice before scheduling anything. Even with insurance, it's a gamble. Will this be $30, $300, more? And you end up in the hospital? Forget it. That's a spiral of debt. Yeah, pretty much. So when I got sick in Germany and was told just go to the doctor, my first instinct was panicked. This is kind of a funny, like over here in America, people are always like, we don't want the wait times to be long. You know, like in Europe, the wait times are super long. And I'm like, yeah, but that's just because people aren't going. Like, is that a good reason for the wait times to be short? Nobody can afford the hospital. I don't know. That's highly questionable to me. My first instinct was panic, but I went and was shocked. No massive waiting room. Hey, look at that. No front desk asking for a credit card. Wouldn't that be nice? Just my health card, a short wait, and a doctor who actually listened. Now, as far as the doctor actually listening, I love my doctor, for instance. He definitely listens to me. Some doctors are better than others. I'm sure it's that way anywhere. You know, they're just people. Anyway, then came the pharmacy. Meds, affordable. I actually laughed out loud the first time I picked up antibiotics and it cost like €5. I thought it was a mistake. You know, the pharmacy is the true gamble. That's where you really don't know what you're going to get. Honestly, you pull up. I don't know, like, even what I have been prescribed. It's just like, hey, here's some kind of steroid or something. You pull up and you're like, what's the damage? Sometimes it's like, oh, this is free. It's like, oh, okay. Other times it's like, oh, your insurance doesn't cover this, so it would be $200. You know, it's totally like, it's literally like pulling the handle at a slot machine. How much am I, what's the damage today? Don't get me wrong. No system is perfect. I've heard about the long waits for specialists, and the paperwork can be confusing sometimes. But overall, it's still miles ahead of what I'm used to. I am confused at how, like, over here in America, anybody pretends there's still a debate. I mean, isn't this kind of settled? Because you ask any Europeans, hey, do you want the American healthcare system? Or like, hey, we're going to take away your healthcare system. You know, we're going to just leave it up to the free market. They're going to be they're going to protest. There will be riots. Isn't that all you need to know? And then couple that with the fact that we pay more per capita on health insurance here in the States. So we're paying more for a worse, like a system that we like less, that nobody likes. How is it a debate? I mean, the truth is nobody debates it. Most people want universal health care. It's just that I guess the politicians are so bought and sold that no one even talks about it outside like Bernie Sanders. No one even talks about healthcare. It's wild that something so basic, being able to care for your health without fearing the bill, can feel like a luxury. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like life in general, you know? It's very, when you finally make enough money to where your life is sustainable without ever feeling stress about a bill, which doesn't necessarily mean you're rich. It just means you make enough money to where you know you're going to be okay. That is such a huge relief. You know what I mean? But in America, as far as the healthcare system, for most people, that's just not really, you know, it's at any point you could get cancer and be in a mountain of debt. So you never get that feeling, really. Anyway, okay, that was a good post. You know, had nothing to do with Germany this week, but, you know, people are talking about it, so I want to see. Okay, this might be my favorite post ever. Are these safe for an 11-month-old to play? First of all, that's the most German toy anyone's ever conceived of. It's literally just pieces of wood. Like I always remark, oh, look at these German toys. Anytime I see them, they're all they're made of like wood and metal. Over here in America, they're all made of plastic, you know? They're all plastic. In Germany, you guys have like wooden toys. The ultimate example. You just cut a tree branch up. Normally, I would just throw it into the waste or in the fire. In Germany, this is a toy. I'm also amused by the question. Just imagine ancient humans somehow getting access to this, back in the day. And, here's an iPhone. Look at this post. It's someone asking if their child can play with a branch, if it's safe. I think it would melt their brain. But I'm going to go ahead and answer this for you as an expert father. If it can fit, if the whole piece can fit inside their mouth, I would probably not give it to them. But the bigger pieces, have at it. Oh, she's concerned that the baby is swallowing all the dust bits when he puts it in his mouth. I say it's good for him. My husband thinks it's fine and said all German babies played with things like wait, this isn't even a joke. This is what you guys play with. This is baby toys. Oh my God. It's amazing. Let's see what the people say. Okay, I definitely thought this said bitch. I thought they're saying, bitch, what isn't poisonous? It says birchwood is not poisonous, so it's not an issue. There you go, not poisonous. I'm old and German and never heard of this before for babies. Normal wood without bark, yes. If it's smooth and sanded and can't splinter. You know what? I can't even read anymore. It's just like, I don't know, man. I say just see how it goes, Use your own discretion. It's my advice. If the baby looks like it's about to split the wood and it's going to penetrate into their brain through the roof of their mouth, probably just take it away. There you go. The baby will survive without the pieces of tree branch. So it's no big deal. Just take it away if you feel that's what's best. This is one of my favorite posts of all time. I'll never forget this one. Thank you. Okay, so this post is just like a nurse moving from the U.S. She's moving from the United States to Germany. Which it's like, okay, I guess that's interesting. I was just kind of reading through it, and this comment was sticking out to me. I'm not a nurse, but I'm curious, how much do you know about what nursing is like in Germany? Because it's much different than in the U.S. You will be paid a lot less and will be doing the grunt work. I mean, nurses do the grunt work here. I wonder what the difference is. Well, okay, I say nurses do the grunt work. There's these things called, or these people, not things. They're called techs. And those people, that job, you don't need a degree for. So anyone can be a tech, I believe. And they do the real grunt work. I'm talking they. For the people who can't clean themselves. This type of stuff. The tech does that. So maybe the nurses do that in Germany, which would certainly be a bit different. But with that said, nurses definitely do get down and dirty here in America. When I had to do, I'm sure nurses also clean patients and stuff. I don't know. When I had to do an overnight at a German hospital, the nurses couldn't even give me an OTC ibuprofen without asking the doctor first. Okay. Are you planning to use this as a stepping stone for a better career? Or have you decided? Wait, it's kind of odd hearing better career, because here in America, nursing is a very good career. And the fact that they say this, the nurse has to ask the doctor to prescribe ibuprofen, that's interesting because Like a nurse here in America is actually, it's pretty prestigious. It's not easy to become a nurse. I don't know the full degree requirements and stuff. I think it takes about 6 years typically. Maybe 4 to 6 years. You have to go into a special program and stuff in college, yada, yada. But with that said, they know a lot, and they really are just one step below a doctor. So I don't know. Them saying a better career is nursing not as prestigious in Germany? What German soup is this? It tastes tomatoey, buttery, and divine. It looks like tomato soup. Let's see. I don't even know if I need to translate this, okay? Tomate cream soup. I think I got the gist. Tomato cream soup. Sounds good. All right, let's check the top post on the DE subreddit. It's a meme. Just when I thought I was done with these for the week. Well, I mean, that was last week, but let's translate it. Wait, I can already see that says 3. I'm proud of that. Okay, it says me and then 3. Let's see. What does it say? Me. 3 consecutive 4-day weeks. Ooh, yes. 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 How does that happen? You get that many, like, holidays in a row? Damn. Those are nice, huh? The thing about the 4-day week, it's so magical. It's not only do you get a longer weekend, you get a 3-day weekend. And you come back to the week, say you get Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. You come back, you're like, the week's already half over. It's already Tuesday. So it's a double. It's fantastic, huh? Enjoy your 4-day week. Children welcome on the entire facility? What? This says Germany in a nutshell. Parents are responsible for the children. I would hope so. Well, some parents aren't, are they? No skateboard, no bicycle, no soccer ball. Well, what are the kids supposed to do? Oh, they can have... Wait, how are they going to... They're going to show a bicycle there, but then say no bicycles. Oh, is that the joke? Like, these are 2 separate signs. Like, they put this up, and then they're like, actually, a different department comes in and puts this sign up. Oh, my God. That's funny. It's really funny, guys. Damn. No bicycles? How are you gonna live in Europe and say no bicycles? Wow, this is really freaking cool. At the border triangle, freedom of travel is a great underestimated asset. So forgive my utter ignorance, but Germany, France, and Belgium? Do those 3 share a common... Luxembourg? What's the third one? What flag is... I don't know. No, it's not Luxembourg. To be honest, even as I started typing it, I was like, it's Belgium. It's Belgium. Like, why do I gotta, like, say shit that I know is stupid? Like, I know that's the Belgian flag. Kind of. Whatever. We don't cut out stupid stuff on this channel, guys. You get the raw, unfiltered stupidity. But, that's okay. It's whatever. It is what it is. Wait a second. Doesn't the French flag go the other way? What's that? Is that... Wait. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So this is Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands? This is bad, guys. This is bad. Oh, okay. I got there. Should I delete this part? Probably. Now, on to some German headlines, guys. What the hell is this? The majority already considers Merz unsuitable as chancellor. That ain't good. Something didn't work. Something didn't work in this election. Then again, I'm in a two-party system, a poo-tardy system, as I call it. The same result can happen, obviously. You know what I mean? It's very often I have to vote between two people, neither of which I think is suitable. Although usually I just vote. I never vote for someone I don't think is suitable. It's just my, I don't know what to call it. It's just what I do in voting. I don't care who the two main candidates are for president. I vote for someone who is suitable. You know why? Because I'm never going to be put in a position where I'm like feeling bad for who I voted for that way. I mean, of course, you can vote for someone and then it turns out they were a liar, you know, and then you might feel bad. But that's not your fault. What I'm saying is I'm not going to vote for someone unless I actually think they should be president. Or in this case, chancellor. Anyway. This video is not playing. Whatever, I guess I got the gist of it. Now, this one's interesting because it sounds like a headline straight out of America. Right now. So, Germany wants to deport 4 pro-Palestine activists. Oh, there's a U.S. citizen. Interesting. Hey. Tit for tat, huh? I'm actually going to have to do a video. I'm going to have to do a whole video about that. That's a good one, huh? Germany is deporting U.S. citizens now. Hey. We might deserve it. I'm just kidding. I wish we would not deport each other. At least, I mean, if you have good reason, then hell yeah, deport it. You know what I mean? Deport their ass. Let me see. I'm writing this down, though. Germany deports U.S. citizen. Damn. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you had a good weekend.